Hello guys, Woolly Creeper here again, and I've been busy. I've sorted the staircase in the portal tower and also the lighting. So what I was going for here is crazy stairs. Basically, I wanted these stairs to make no sense visually. However, at no point did I want to be impeded by a full block rise. I wanted it all to be going up and down by half a block so that I can just walk, no jumping required, and get all the way up to the top. This here is meant to feel intentionally dangerous, and trust me, it really does. All to go with the feeling of this being an extension of the nether that has extruded itself into the real world. And there we go, get quite a nice view of the base from over here. So yep, I did actually record an entire episode with me building those, but I lost that footage due to quality control. Yeah, no, it wasn't very good, to be honest. So you're getting a completely different episode instead, and that episode, in this episode we're going to build the library, which is going to actually hold our central storage, and we're going to build it in that area over there. And I shall see you over there. Okay, so this is the area we're building in, and the building is certainly going to cover this area here. I may actually overhang it into this area a little bit with a glass floor. I'm not entirely certain yet, so we're going to start building over in this corner. So while I make my mind up on that, actually that's just distracting. Stupid records. Right, I'm going to actually build this kind of from the inside out, to figure out a few things before we start putting a shell on this building. So what I'm going to do is let's just put some. We'll be building this around having a double chest and a double chest. And to not waste space, we need rails. So as not to waste space, we shall put a storage cart between each chest. Well, that's wrong. Put it this way, maybe. Well, that's just silly. Okay. Oh man, obviously there's some weird facing bug going on with these, so what we'll do is we'll just give it one of those, like that. So it's a good job we are building it from the inside out. Ah, what? Now that is just odd. Alright, well, it looks like the catch will be facing away from us. If anyone knows how to fix that, please comment, because that is, I have not noticed that before, and that is confusing. Okay. So we'll pop those there. And those there. So I'm going to use these wooden planks to simulate bookshelves, because I haven't got anything with silk touch at the moment, so if I make a mistake I'm just going to be wasting wood. Then what we will have is some of that. Some of this. Yep. Have I got the pistons? Nope. Well prepared, me. Oh dear. I really need to oh sorry, I just knocked my headset there. Really need to relax into this. I really find it a bit of a struggle, actually, which is kind of what happened with the previous episode, in that I don't know, the delivery was poor, basically, and and I was entirely unhappy with it, so that's why that got binned. You're not going to... There I go. Right, so I'll put those there, and then I'm going to put these here. What we'll do is we shall run redstone along here, and we will give it a bit of one of these. Yep, we'll go that, 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 and put some dark wood there. Yeah, that's good. And then at the end of that we shall... How are we going to do that? Yep. We'll run something along here. And we will invert the signal so. No, that's not what we want to do. Let's get rid of that. That's what we'll do. Put that there. Where's my other torch gone? Oh, I just used them both. Some of that. And we can then, should be able to, without interference. There we go. Brilliant. Let's finish the frame off. Like that. And oh. Like that. That's what we want. Right. So if you imagine these light wood, the normal wood planks are bookshelves. Oh yeah, I like that. It brings the border kind of out forwards. So they're bookshelves, and we'll have a T flip-flop that will reveal our storage behind there. And we'll work in those kind of cells. Not sure about the stone bricks around the back. I do that, and yeah. So obviously then we'll wall the outside up appropriately. What we'll probably do is make columns out of these torch stacks. So if we do something like that. No, not something like that. Yeah, something like that. No slabs, no workbench, but we'll fill slabs in there. And we'll bring power in from under the floor. And then what we'll probably do is use the space between cells. Actually, we'll put some space between cells, and we'll make that a window. Excuse me, frog in my throat. A window. Oh yes, that frames that view quite nicely. And I think what we'll do is half slab the entire building out. Apart from these areas, which we'll wait until we get the new half slab colours in the next update, so we'll just be raised up a little. Although, actually, having said that, that doesn't look... No, we're not... I don't think that will look right if we're half a block higher. Be able to see those better, but... I'll see what it looks like. I'm going to repeat this cell on the other side, and also here and here, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've built a couple more cells, and this one here is the same deal as that. However, for this one I decided to try it out solely using minecart chests, and I actually like this quite a lot more. Obviously it's better on the sides where you can see these catches on the front, but I don't think these are visible enough here. It looks very empty. So I think this is what I'm going to go for. And it still leaves enough storage space because... Is that someone sneaking up? Probably just one of them. Ton of oh no, hello creeper. Saved by the pumpkin farm. Yeah, so anyway, you get the same storage, is what I was going to say. A double chest is just twice as large as a single chest. So, and a single chest is the same size as one of these chests. So, yeah, it doesn't really make any difference, except in terms of using a ton of iron to make minecarts, which I'm okay with. Just jump up, have a quick look at the wiring. So yeah, the torch stack comes up underneath this torch here. At the moment this block is powered, which is keeping the redstone lamps lit, and if we just put that there, and this block is not powered, when the state changes the lamps go out, and then this powers to push the lamps down on the pistons. And there's a delay there because I was seeing some glitchy piston movement, which we've still got, but it's a lot less noticeable if it's not causing the redstone lamps to flicker crazily. That's the one that's giving us the piston glitchiness. So that's where we are at the moment. I now need to pull these across, pull these apart, and do the minecarts. In fact, I'll show you the first one because it is a bit of a pain. Okay, so basically what you have to do is I could hear you moving around. Where are you? Anyone else want to play? No. Right. Oh. Okay, so in order to get these tracks to work properly and stay straight, what you have to do is that'll do it. Actually, you need to extend it, get them to extend around in loops like that. You can then get rid of the ends and you'll get the tracks like laid out as we want them. And that'll allow us to place these properly. And I need to go and get more minecarts made up. I'll come back with an update when I've finished some more. Hi guys, right, I've been busy and you were meant to see quite a bit of it even, but yeah, I was recording, had my headset on, didn't even notice that the sound was coming from my speakers instead of my headset, and yeah, my headset wasn't plugged in, so yeah, sorry about that. However, I can give you a bit of a tour as to where we're at the moment. So, managed to do half the bookshelves, and obviously still need to do the top rows. I've got it dark in here so we can get the effect of the lighting when we open them up, but I'll have to torch this up because I don't want anything spawning. However, what I do want to do is use upside down half slabs, wooden ones, and I want a nice pattern in the wood, but that is pretty much going to have to wait until the next update 1.3 so that we can get the coloured half slabs, which is a shame, but there you go. I've got this random bookshelf here to hold a button that powers a T flip-flop. However, what I'm thinking is we might actually run an inner ring of bookshelves or partial ring of bookshelves using these, sort of something like this, and maybe I hate doing this. Maybe there. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Anyway, let's have a look at the effect, and I'll take you through the changes. And there we go, there's our storage. So I changed things around slightly. Again, instead of sitting these carts on tracks, I decided to sit them on half slabs instead. which I think makes the alcoves look a lot nicer, because you can see the they look fuller. Basically, you can see more of the chest, which is good. We just have to keep an eye on things, because I'm a little unsure as to how well these things will just sit there over time if they're not on a track. Already had a little mishap with one, and it's switched around. It's pointing the wrong way now. Strangely, when they're not on tracks, the ones on this wall face the catches out this way fine, but these ones are now facing the catches away. So their default orientation seems to be reversed if they're not on a track, which is very strange. But ho hum. So yeah, basically still using the redstone lanterns, which are lit when they're pulled up, and not lit when they're pulled down. And I quite like that. I think that's quite a nice effect. So really with this building here, what we're looking at now is doing the floor and doing the exterior shell. And yeah, that'll be it. I'm just going to run some torches around now before I forget. Already had a fight with a skelly in here. I really don't want to end up having a fight with a creeper. I guess things are probably going to be able to spawn on the top of these walls as well. But I'll get to those in a bit. So yes, we need to do the floor. As I say, we're going to use upside down half slabs and also the outer shell of the building. So at the moment, it follows pretty much the functional design of I see you. Poof. And pop. There you go. The functional aspect of the building basically contoured to the shape of the internal gubbins. Built up some of these pillars. These are basically just to hide the redstone torches at this point, and I've kind of footed them out, and on this side it basically has necessitated me building this big column, which is quite good. Need to cover the pistons and the redstone at the top, which you can see just there. And yeah, and then figure something fancy for the roof. I'm in two minds at the moment as to whether or not I want something in the centre, as a centrepiece, as it were. I quite like the open feel, but we may have to put something in the centre to make it feel a little less bare. I guess I could put an enchanting station in the centre, but to be honest, I would kind of prefer to give the enchanting stuff its own area. So I'm half tempted to reroute the mobs when they're set to come out up here, to reroute them to push all the way over here and come up in this area, which would mean you could AFK for items, and all of these bottom spawning pads are not going to be inactive due to your proximity to them, which would be nice. It'd be a bit of a job, but could do that. I could have that come up in the centre of the room. But not too sure yet on that. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below in the comments area, and I'll take them on board, because I do, as I've said before, I would prefer this to be these builds to be slightly more collaborative. Get your guys' input, but for the moment, that's me, as they say around these parts. That's me. That's you. I think next episode I may actually do another caving episode. Sometime during this week, or maybe at the weekend, because if I can think of something to talk about, it's actually quite easy to do a caving episode, as long as I've got something that is interesting to me, at least, to talk about. So I may put one of those out. However, what I'll probably do is come back to this building. Look at that cat messing with my chests. What I'll probably do is come back to this building. In the next building episode, and let's get the outer structure, the shell, done. I think we might play around with patterns in wood, just temporarily, to get things kind of laid out, but obviously then we're going to have to replace it when the half slabs come out. Anyway, sorry that you missed, I did demonstrate my final method for building these cells, but yeah, that's just silent footage. So that, I believe, is that for this episode, and I've been Wooly Creeper, and I will get you next time.